Hey everyone, Reid Henrichs with Ridge, and the purpose of today's video is to talk about the government shutdown. This is an awesome thing. We should be happy about this. This is not like, oh, I hope they get the problems fixed and we can get back to normal. No, I don't want it back to normal. I want them shut down and not capable of passing laws for a long time. Let's go ahead and get started. First and foremost, people are freaking out because the government is shut down and, Congress isn't doing anything and blah, 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 blah. Listen, if you understood our government and the way it was set up so that Congress would not be constantly in session. In the beginning of our nation's history, how it was set up was that Congress was only to meet a few times a year. It was a burden for people to come and go to Congress. It was a burden for them to be involved in politics because it took time, it took finances, their own finances, not the country's, and it took a sacrifice on a personal level. So Congress didn't meet all the time. Congress only met a few times a year. And since FDR's presidency, they've been in session almost constantly. It's very, very seldom that Congress breaks, and when they do break, they only break for a few days or maybe a week or 2 weeks at the most. So this is not a big deal. Government should be, they shouldn't be in session all the time. I don't want Congress in session all the time. I want Congress in session as little as possible. The laws that they've passed, they take money out of our paychecks, they restrict our freedoms. This is ridiculous. They don't need to be in session. I hope this shutdown lasts for the entire 2-year term of Congress. I hope that it continues to be shut down. I hope that they stay away so that they can't do any further damage to the country. If anything, we're going to at least stabilize the freedom that we have so that we can retake some of those freedoms, hopefully very, very shortly. The second reason that the government shutdown is awesome is because at this point in our nation's history, ashamedly, we have open, avowed socialists as members of the House of Representatives and the Senate, by the way. So here's my thing. In our Constitution, we are guaranteed a Republican form of government. I'm not talking about the Republican Party. I'm talking about a republic. We are guaranteed a republic, which means representative government. So if we're guaranteed a Republican form of government, which is according to the principles of our Constitution, socialism is not included in that. If you are an avowed socialist, if you are a self-admitted socialist, you are not qualified to run for government office. In fact, your view is completely against our government. And in fact, I would argue this, that if you're a socialist and you are running for office, you are a seditious individual. You are for sedition. So this session of Congress is illegitimate because we have open, avowed socialists. We're guaranteed a Republican form of government, not a socialist form of government. It's illegitimate to begin with. At the very least, these people should be impeached and removed out of office, and at worst, they should be thrown in jail for sedition. The third reason I'm glad the government is shut down is because recently President Trump has, and I don't know if this is a negotiating tool, it really doesn't matter. He said that he'd be willing to trade, he'd be willing to give amnesty to the Dreamers in exchange for a border wall. No, that's not what you were elected to do, Donald Trump. And look, I am so tired of people who finally get off their rear ends and go to the voting booth, people that have never voted before because they got tired of business as usual, and you're returning to business as usual. Can you imagine if Barack Obama would have made the same deal or proposed the same deal? Conservatives, libertarians, whoever would have been chomping at the bit and screaming and saying, oh my God, he's a tyrant. But because it's not Obama, it's because it's Donald Trump, people are like, oh no, it's okay, he knows what he's doing. Like, you people are delusional if you think there's this 3D chess game going. There is what is. And nobody's smart enough to be able to multi-layer this negotiating tool. All right, that's bullcrap. You don't get to have people that committed felonies by crossing our border, breaking our laws, and then say, oh, it's okay, you can do that. Can you imagine if me or you or anyone else watching this video would have committed a felony? Like, we'd be in jail or prison, man. We'd be in jail or prison, and instead, it's the opposite for people who are non-citizens. They get rewarded for this kind of stuff. They even get driver's licenses in California or Illinois or wherever Democrat hellhole that they've already taken charge. So no, I am glad the government is shut down. I don't want any more damage to this country. I don't want any more compromise or any of that other crap. And you know what else? This is the way government's supposed to function. Congress is not supposed to be in session. We don't have democratic socialists or open socialists in our government. It's illegitimate at that point. And we've got to look at this as a good thing. I don't think that there's any problem. I don't want business as usual. I don't want government getting back to business. I don't want them doing anything but simply being there, not getting paid. That's what I want. If you found the information in the video helpful, subscribe to the channel. And if you want to get some training on how to maintain your freedom, come on out to Ridge and we can help you with that. This is Reid Henrichs with Ridge reminding you, the lessons that we learn are written on the tombstones of others. We'll see you on the ridge.